So, if any of you are long-term Nitro heads, you will remember that years and years ago, in what I like to call the bad old days, I used to make these terrible videos reading out some of my social media posts. I told myself back, when I came back in 2023, that I wasn't going to do that again, but I stumbled across the tag on my Tumblr blog where I keep posts about my strange dreams, and I had a new microphone arrive today, so I thought, two birds with one stone, the many strange dreams of Nitr09. Just woke up from a dream. Nightmare that YouTuber Nitr09's face cam was floating in the bottom right-hand corner of my consciousness as he made a video called American Reacts to British People Sleeping. He's an American YouTuber who makes long-form reaction videos of British TV, and I fell asleep watching his videos, and he sort of bled into my dreams. So this whole videos I fall asleep to bleeding into my dreams is a recurring problem for me. I think I'm just an exceptionally light sleeper, which is perfectly fine when you fall asleep to pleasant things. When I fall asleep to the Lofi Girl, and we are pleasantly doing homework together in my dream. But if you fall asleep to Nitr09, have his face cam in the bottom right hand corner of my consciousness, or true crime content, that's another thing I don't like bleeding into my dreams, and classic Doctor Who. I've had nightmares where I'm a companion of the Third Doctor, and we're being attacked by Autons, and I'm really incompetent at dealing with them, so the Doctor is yelling at me, and yeah, that's a nightmare that I've had. Had a dream about Germa. It was a strange one. I was in Paris for some reason with 20 euros in my pocket, and I was trying to buy some underwear. Again, not sure why. But even in my dreams, my half-forgotten Duolingo level French isn't very good. So instead of going to a clothes shop, I sort of stumbled into some sort of painting class. For some reason, most of the class were working on awful paint-by-number sets, like the type you give to small children. But at the front of the class, maybe he was the teacher, Germa was there, and he was painting a painting of Jesus being... Sorry. And he was painting... And he was painting a picture of Jesus being crucified that was so good and so realistic that it made me cry. And then I woke up. Also, I don't know why the dream was set in France. I've only ever been to France once. Oh, apologies for lapsing into silly mode there. But just as I was reading the post out loud, an image of Germa doing the painting from the dream kind of flashed into my mind's eye, and the look on Germa's face as he was painting the painting, it just absolutely sent me. Oh. Had a vivid dream that I had brain surgery last night. The worst part was that they put the top of my head back on wrong, and my skull was now wonky. Woke up in a legit cold sweat at the thought of having a wonky skull. Okay, so this post doesn't capture how real every aspect of the dream was. Apart from the wonky skull aspect. Obviously I've never had brain surgery, but I've seen medical shows on TV. I've seen the surgical preparation where they shave your head, and the going under anesthesia, and then everything went to clown world as I woke up in the dream with a wonky skull. It's a weird sensation, isn't it, when you're in a dream and you go unconscious in the dream, and then you wake up in the dream, and then you wake up for real. But yeah, I strongly remember this dream. It was pretty harrowing, and I woke up kind of like tense and jangly in the way you are when you have a nightmare. It was awful. I just had a dream. I was in a fast food restaurant and trying to order a drink. I wanted Sprite, but for some reason they only served Sprite with brine. I asked the server if they could do me a Sprite without the brine, and they just said no. Then I wanted to order some fries, and for some reason they only served their fries with tiny fried fish heads and hearts on top of them. I asked if I could have my fries plain, and they said no. I asked if they could at least put the fish heads and hearts on the side in a little paper cup so I could take them home and give them to my cats, and they also said no. The last thing I remember before waking up was me being too embarrassed to walk away and ordering the stuff anyway. I woke up a few minutes ago, and the absurdity of Sprite with brine keeps making me laugh. Oh yes, the Sprite with brine dream. This is like one of my social anxiety dreams, and it's a very very neurodivergent dream where you're trying your best with the social skills that you have, but everyone around you is doing things in ways that seem wrong and gross to you, but you're so embarrassed that you just keep following along. Ever since I've had this dream, I've been very curious as to what Sprite with brine would taste like, but I've not wanted to waste money on Sprite, on buying a bottle of Sprite to ruin with brine, so I haven't tried that yet. I reckon it would be similar to the effect of drinking straight salt water, where you just immediately vom, and I don't particularly want to do that. If this video gets a lot of attention, like an inordinate amount of attention, and you all want me to try Sprite with brine, then I will. Had a dream about a true crime documentary from the Pokemon universe. Guy used an Alakazam to send a girl to another dimension. Like, what is there anyone could even do about that? In the dream, I was watching it with my brother, and he just said, "Oh yeah, absolutely classic move," as if he was commenting on a Pokemon battle or something. I keep having strange dreams lately. I mean, I don't think I actually remember having this dream in great detail. It's literally just this post. Obviously they'd never go there as a franchise, but just imagining what this documentary would be like is just kind of funny. Like documentaries like this, like one universe to the left where humans have less power over the world than they do in real life, and these things just happen, and nobody can control or explain them. I don't know, it's just sort of funny. Had a dream that I could teleport to an alternate dimension that was just an endless void filled with washi tape. Like, the ground was just rolls of washi tape, and you had to be careful not to get sucked into it like some sort of grain entrapment. In the dream, I was making money by taking loads of washi tape back with me and selling it. The dream ended when I read a news article on my laptop with the headline, "Stationery company furious with stock discrepancies and storage paracosm, robbery suspected." It freaked me out so much that I woke up. So I actually remember this dream pretty well, because it was one of those very visceral, very sensory dreams. I can recall the sensation of walking through washi tape on a surface made of washi tape, where your ankles just kind of get sucked into the tape, and you have to be very careful not to fall victim to washi tape grain entrapment. Which obviously I've never experienced that in real life. Nobody has ever experienced that in real life. But my brain, off of like absolutely nothing, could conjure that sensory experience for me. One thing I didn't mention in the post that I remember about the dream though, was this washi tape dimension had an ocean, like a water ocean, and I remember coming to this beach where the sort of the washi tape level lowered, and then it was just water, and because it was water, the washi tape was just reduced to sludge. It's like a very, very sensory aspect of the dream is bending down and touching the ocean full of melted, dissolved washi tape sludge, and it just being horrifying. And then you've got the end there with the kind of, oh no, I've done something wrong, the social anxiety aspect. My dream self is not good at critical thinking. If I was good at critical thinking in my dreams, I'd probably be a master lucid dreamer or something, because I'd be able to go, hang on, this isn't right. But the idea of a company having a quote-unquote storage paracosm, I don't think paracosm is even the right word. I think a paracosm is like a word for like a fictional universe in writing. But just the idea of companies saving space, with saving warehouse space by sending their stock to other dimensions, and then rogue teleporters coming in and stealing it. I don't know, it's just kind of ludicrous. I like it. I've been watching the Goes Wrong show a lot lately, and when I binge things, they tend to bleed into my dreams. I had a dream that I was an employee backstage at the Drama Society, and for some reason I noticed Max writing with a Jinhao shark pen, a fountain pen styled like a shark with a little fin on the cap so it doesn't roll off of a desk. I asked him, "Whoa, is that a Jinhao shark?" And he gushed at me about what nice pens they are until I woke up. Not exactly sure why my subconscious has him down as a fountain pen person, but okay. Specifically, he had the dark green Jinhao shark, filled with Cult Pen's Little Hell's ink. It was so oddly detailed for a dream, and such an oddly specific choice. So I suppose this one makes zero sense if you had actually seen the Goes Wrong show. It's on iPlayer. I heartily recommend it. It's one of my favourite things. Yeah, this is a very me dream. I have dreams where fictional, like, where it is revealed to me that the fountain pen preferences of fictional characters, but they usually like kind of half disappear when I wake up. So like I had a vivid dream of which fountain pens the Fifth Doctor's companions and the Fifth Doctor himself used in a dream once, and then I woke up and tried to recall it, and I completely forgot. But this Goes Wrong show one, it just stuck with me because I wrote it down. Yeah, I don't know why my subconscious would have Max down as a fountain pen person. I think if he was, the show would be even more chaotic because he'd leave inky fingerprints over everything. Kind of much like I do. Today, I took a nap and had a vivid dream about a fake Doctor Who serial made during the mid-80s 18-month hiatus. It had a female Doctor who was supposed to be the 7th Doctor and involved robots somehow. Then I dreamed up an entire behind-the-scenes documentary about this being some Splinter production that was intended to be canon at the time, but went down in the fandom as a sort of obscurity/meme. All of the actors involved said they hated it, apart from the woman playing the Doctor, who said it was her best work. Woke up in a cold sweat, wondering how my brain had come up with something so strange and vivid. The Doctor was so cute though. She had blonde hair and wore a red jacket with question marks on the lapels. One of those 80s sort of blazer jackets. I don't know what it is, but when I have afternoon naps I always have vivid dreams, more so than at night. Okay, so this one, the last dream of this video, I think it's telling about me as a person that this dream was historically accurate to the making of Doctor Who, because this dream specifically took place in the season 22 1985 18-month hiatus, which is very specific, very very specific place and time. I don't know. I almost wish I could recall this dream in more detail, but I can see the image of this 1980s female Doctor in my head, and I do love her, and if I was a better artist, I would draw her, but alas, I am not. So yeah, that's all the dreams I've got. I wish I could make a sequel, but I can't exactly have dreams on command, unfortunately. So yeah, don't subscribe, comment if you're jealous of the potency and whimsy of my imagination and my ability to have powerful visions. I've been Nitr09. You've been you, probably. Bye.